Hi everyone, we are going to see about voice, active voice and passive voice. What is voice? In English grammar, voice plays an important role. Voice is the form of a verb takes to indicate whether the subject of the verb performs or receives the action. Only transitive verb has voice. Before entering the topic voice, we must know about what is transitive verb and intransitive verb. Transitive verb. Definition: a verb that has an object. Example: Mala eats an apple. In the example, we can see there is an object, an apple. How do we identify an object? We use the question word what. When use the question what, we get an answer that is an object. What does Mala eat? Mala eats an apple. So, an apple is an object. The verb eats is a transitive verb. So, a verb that has an object is called a transitive verb. Intransitive verb. Definition: a verb that does not have an object. Example: Mala eats well. In the example, we don't have an object. Instead of an apple, you can see there is an adverb well. We can't use the question word what. We use the question word how. How does Mala eat? Mala eats well. So in this example, the verb eats doesn't have an object. It is called intransitive verb. So in English grammar, the place voice we used to translate passive voice into active voice and active voice into passive voice. We must have a verb with an object. So when the transitive verb is in the sentence, we can change the sentence from active voice into passive voice and passive voice into active voice. We can't change the intransitive verb in the voice. Kinds of voice. There are two kinds of voice. What are they? Active voice, passive voice. What is active voice? It indicates that the subject of the verb is acting. It shows that the subject has done something. What is subject? The doer of the action. See here, there are some examples. The cat ate the mouse. See the first example, the cat. Here, how do we identify the subject? The subject is here the cat because the doer of the action is the cat. The cat is eating the mouse. The mouse is an object. We had seen in the previous slide. How do we identify an object in the sentence? We used to raise the question with the use of the question word what. What did the cat eat? The cat ate the mouse. So the mouse is an object. What is the action the cat doing? The cat is doing the action is eating. Ate is the past tense of eat. So eat is the verb. So see the first line. Active voice indicates that the subject of the verb is acting. So here the action verb ate. What is the subject? How do we identify the subject? Doer of the action. Who is eating the mouse? Here the subject cat. So the cat is doing the action. So that is, the cat is called subject. So active voice shows that the subject has done something. So again see here the subject, the cat has done something. What does he do? The cat ate. Ate is the action verb. See the next example. The machine is building the wall. The god opened the gate. Who did this? So in all these examples, you can see the verbs. The verbs are action verbs. Ate, build, open, did. So these action verbs are done by the subject. So the active voice indicates that the subject of the verb is acting. So see here, the cat, the machine, the god, who, all these subjects are doing something. They are doing something. So the doing is here the action verbs. Next, what is passive voice? Passive voice shows that something has been done to the subject. So in the previous slide we had seen subject, verb and object. Now it's changed. First object, next verb, and then the subject. So something has been done to the subject. So here something refers to the object. The mouse was eaten by the cat. So the cat is the subject and the mouse was an object. So something has been done to the subject. That is passive voice. The wall is being built by the mason. The gate was opened by the god. By whom was this done? So all these sentences, all these examples, it's done by the subject. It's done to the subject. So you can use to see here by. There is a word we used, by. So active voice is changed into passive voice. See here what subject does, and that is active voice. In passive voice, the focus is on the action. Okay, this is the recap of what we have seen in the previous slide. Active voice. See here there is an example. Ram killed Ravan. In passive, Ravan was killed by Ram. So see that active voice, what subject does. Here the subject is Ram. The subject killed an object. Okay, subject Ram, killed, verb Ravan, object. So what subject does? This is active voice. In passive voice, the focus is on the action. What is the action here? Killing. Okay, so Ravan was killed by Ram. So passive voice is on the action. Something has been done to the subject. One more example. Walt Disney drew Mickey Mouse. This is an active voice. How do we change into passive voice? Mickey Mouse was drawn by Walt Disney. So Walt Disney, subject, drew, verb, Mickey Mouse, object. So Mickey Mouse object, it's coming to the subject place. Drew, it's a verb, action verb. There is some changes in the verb. It will be changed into was drawn, and by the subject Walt Disney. Columbus discovered America. This is an active voice. How do we change into passive voice? America was discovered by Columbus. So subject Columbus is changed into object. Discovered, there is some changes in the verb was discovered, and object will be changed into subject. Very common rule in this voice is bring the object first, choose correct be verb, change verb into participle, add by plus subject. This is the common rule to change a sentence from active voice into passive voice. See here, she helps him. He is helped by her. She, subject, helps, verb, him, object. So, how do we change into passive voice? Him. Him, the object, will be coming to the place subject. He helps. Simple present tense. We have to use the correct be verb. Is helped. Is the be form, and helped is the past participle of the verb help. So helped. We use by, and she will be changed into her. So this is the common rule to change the sentence from active voice into passive voice. Look here how subject and object change in the voice, especially pronoun and noun, subject and object. While we are changing the sentences from active into passive and passive into active, we must follow these changes. Subject I. In object, it should be changed into me, we, us. You. In object, you. There is no changes in the subject and object of you. They, them. He, him. She, her. So from personal pronoun, all these changes will be happened. In proper noun, there is no change. Ram in a subject, the same thing for object. Ram. Book, book. In common noun also the same thing. So no changes for nouns, proper noun and common nouns. Okay guys, up to this we'll finish the voice in part 1. Let's see in part 2 how do we change these sentences from active into passive voice in tense forms. Okay, thank you.